Why do I feel like I'm about to be interrogated right now? Look at this bump. And we still got a few more months to go, y'all. I feel like I'm gonna blow up like a balloon. I decided to sit down and finally answer all of your pregnancy questions. I know I did a pregnancy Q&A before, but that was with me and Carlos. That's when we first found out. Well, when we first announced it to you guys, so I was still like really early on. So I was basically just answering like how we found out, how I got pregnant, like things like that. But now that I'm 6 months pregnant and I've been experiencing it, true pregnancy, I have a lot more input now. So I put up a question box on Instagram and let's see what everybody was asking. I feel like this is a really good question to start off. Is being pregnant what you expected it to be like? I don't know. Like, I don't know what I went in expecting. Like, I knew it would be hard because it's very rare when you meet somebody and they're like, oh yeah, it was the easiest thing ever. And yeah, usually there's complaints, you know? But I don't know. I don't know. I knew the first trimester sucked. That's what everybody said. I wasn't expecting to be the most tired I've ever felt my entire life and be a zombie. The second trimester, everybody's like, oh my God, it's amazing. And I'm like, oh my God, I understand you. And then people said when you're in your third trimester, it kind of feels like the first trimester again. I didn't believe them when they said that. I'm almost in my third trimester. It really is like I'm tired all over again. My feet are getting swollen. I don't want to do anything. I'm so heavy. Like, I feel like for me though, I'm just blessed that it's not like a high risk pregnancy. I've still been able to work and things like that. So I'm still very grateful. How much weight have you gained so far? I'm 22 weeks and still at pre-pregnancy. I have gained, so I was about 141, 142 before I got pregnant. And the only reason I know the exact number is because I was like weighing myself a lot at the time because like I was prepping for my wedding and then I came back from my honeymoon. I'm like, oh my God, how much weight did I gain? So I just was always weighing myself. And now, as of last night, I'm at 166. What's the math on that? That's like 24, 25 pounds. I don't know though. I feel like it just all went right here. This is where the 25 pounds went, all right here. And I have, you know, went up sizes in bras and panties and basically everything, like my clothes. Some of these clothes still fit me, thank God, like from pre-pregnancy, but it's only because they're super stretchy. So I'm really hoping that after I give birth, I can get back to my size medium because if I have to get a whole new wardrobe, I'm gonna be really upset. I'm going to be thoroughly upset. But so far the doctor hasn't said anything about my weight. Like, they haven't said I gained too little. They haven't said I gained too much. They just take my weight at every appointment and then keep it pushing. So I feel like if it was a problem, they would have said something right now. Are you having a natural birth without an epidural or with one? I'm like very much in the middle. I personally, okay, this is not attacking people who do natural births at the hospital, but I also just don't see why put yourself through all that pain when you could just, you know, not suffer. The reason I'm kind of leaning more towards not getting the epidural is because I am highly petrified of needles. Like, I like have the biggest fear. That's why I only have one piercing, because I got this as a baby. I have no tattoos, nothing. I'm like petrified. Even just getting my blood drawn, I start to hyperventilate. I start sweating profusely. I'm turning red. I'm like almost passing out. So I'm like, I don't think I can handle an epidural. But I don't know, everybody says like when you're in that much pain, you're like, please stab me with the needle. They will do anything to get out of it. So I don't know, I'm not against it, but I'm also like, hey, if I need it, like, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the flow, see what my body can handle, and call it a day. Where do you buy your dresses from? So like I just said, I've been wearing like my pre-pregnancy clothes, but when I am buying like some new clothes, I've been getting them from like Marshalls, TJ Maxx. I got some clothes from Fashion Nova, and I did get my normal size because Fashion Nova runs big now. I don't know who needs to hear that. Like, I got all size medium everything and it fits me perfectly, and I'm like, I'm 25 pounds heavier with a big old belly, and it fits me. It should have fit me a medium, but it does. That's where I get my clothes from mostly. Does her name have a special meaning to you guys, like family name, religion, etc.? So I'm not even gonna touch on that subject because I'm just not sharing her name until she's born. That's just something that Carlos and I agreed upon. We don't want to hear everybody's opinion. I think I answered this in my last Q&A. I actually put the last Q&A in the description if you want to start there first and then come back. But I just don't want to share it because I feel like it's like a nice little like special thing between me and him. Like, oh, we're not the only people who know her name. Like, my parents and his dad know the name, but that's really it. We haven't shared it with any other family members, nothing like that. I haven't shared it in public, and I just don't want to hear people's opinions, because you can genuinely tell. Like, if you say, oh, I'm gonna name her, I'm gonna use Alyssa, like I remember Alyssa, and you could tell, like, people like, oh, like I've seen that happen to people, and I'm like, no, because I'm gonna like tussle with somebody. So, and if they do that when she's born, we're gonna have problems. Because don't be looking at my baby's name like that. It's a beautiful name. Obviously, I'm biased. I'm naming her it. But yeah, when she's born, then once I like tell you guys the name, then I'll tell you if it has any meaning, who picked it, like things like that. But she will have a first and a middle name. People who don't have middle names, I'm concerned for you. Why don't you have a middle name? Will you be on live when you give birth?
What?
I don't know what you guys think this is. Here's the thing. I am on live consistently for my business, Fabulous Boutique, selling things. In what world would I go live while giving birth? What am I gonna do? Be like, hold on, doctor, I need to set up the camera and go live. I need to do this. Hold on. As I'm in like pain. No. And like, some people think I'm rude when I say this, but the thing is, like, this is just the God honest truth. People want me to be on live 24/7 while also running a business, while also doing my makeup on live and selling keychains on live, but while also cooking, because they want the cooking, and they want me to put my whole life on live. If I'm being completely honest, I don't love going live anymore. I really don't. Like, I used to love it when I first started my business, and then I just stopped, and then I did it again, then I stopped. And I think the reason I don't love it is because people like harass me, they expect that of me, and just me personally, like, I never wanted to be a streamer. Like, I love creating videos. I love creating pictures, videos. Like, I prefer that over live streaming. So I am only consistently live for my business, because that is truly what helps push my business out, especially lately, more than my videos. I've been shadow banned on TikTok. Everybody has been dealing with that issue. So I'm like, okay, I go live for my business because this is how I make my money. That's my livelihood. Maybe because I'm on live so much, they probably think I'm in love with it. But I feel like that's such a normal thing. Like, I hear so many, like, not even just influencers and business owners, like people, like, you do something for so much and you kind of like fall out of love with it. It's just a normal, like, human thing. That's just how I feel about it. And no, I would not be going live when I give birth. No. I would not be going live when I'm in labor. No. So I'm gonna combine these next two questions, because somebody said, have you had any weird or specific food cravings? And then the next question was, biggest craving besides McDonald's. I'm glad you pay attention, because if you have been keeping up with me, McDonald's cheeseburgers have been my #1 craving. They have. But she said besides McDonald's, just cheeseburgers. Cheeseburgers in general, like, I have been eating it 2 to 3 times a week since I've gotten pregnant. I will never get tired of it. Like, just yesterday alone, I had 3 cheeseburgers in one day. And I'm sitting here wondering, how did I gain 25 pounds? 3 cheeseburgers in one day is crazy. Before I got pregnant, I couldn't even eat a full cheeseburger. I would eat half of it and be full. Now I could scarf 3 down my throat like it's nothing. I could have gone for a 4th. I was like, let me not be fat. But that's my biggest craving. And honestly, like, I haven't craved anything weird. Like, I'm not saying that other pregnant people are liars. I feel like I have to, like, defend myself before I give answers, because people on the internet get so butthurt and offended over everything nowadays. So I'm not attacking I'm not saying they're liars, but I just don't understand it when people are like, oh, I wanted pickles drenched in maple syrup and put in like weird like combos. Haven't experienced that. No, haven't experienced it, and I don't think I will. I'm already this far along. I think it's just gonna be cheeseburgers. Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger. Like Carlos keeps saying that she's gonna come out looking like a cheeseburger because of how many cheeseburgers I eat. Whatever. Ooh, another food related question. Is there any specific food / drinks you had to cut out of your diet while being pregnant? I mean, technically yes, because pregnant woman, you can only have like a certain amount of caffeine. You can't eat like the raw sushi, things like that. But if you guys are new here, I'm like the pickiest eater ever. So for me personally, the only thing that I really had to cut out of my diet was deli meats, because I would eat like ham and cheese sandwiches all the time, and the doctor was like, no, like, you know, don't eat the deli meats. And then she also said, I don't know if your guys' doctor said that, she was like, we really don't recommend getting cheese from the deli because they're getting all cut on the same like slicer and like contamination. So it's like, if you're gonna eat cheese, string cheese or like the pre-packaged cheese. And at first I was so mad. I was like, bro, like, ugh, I hate the processed pre-packaged cheese. I am now a string cheese fanatic, okay? I will scarf like a million of them down my throats. I love it, and I feel like after I'm done being pregnant, I will still be eating string cheese because it's so delicious. Yeah, besides that, I never really drink energy drinks. I don't drink coffee. So the only real caffeine I was having is Coke. So I just limit myself to 1 Coke a day. But again, even before I got pregnant, I would still try to limit myself to 1 a day so I don't get fat, and also like Coke just really isn't good for you. So I just feel like besides the cheese thing, nothing else really, like, my diet hasn't changed. I don't know. All these food questions, I love it. What's one thing you cannot tolerate eating anymore since you've been pregnant? So it was beignet at first. If you don't know, this pork. Pork, empanadas, and steak. I couldn't do it. Like just meats in general, like sometimes I would eat it, sometimes I'm like, I can't do it. I would like start like gagging and vomiting just thinking about it. I would start like, oh my God, I'm gonna throw up everywhere. And then once I, like the middle of my 2nd trimester, baby girl said, you can eat pork again. You're allowed. You're welcome. I can eat empanadas again. There you go. But the one thing I still will not eat is steak. I have not eaten a piece of steak since I got pregnant. I think the last time I ate a piece of steak was like my honeymoon. I don't know. Maybe my honeymoon, because I didn't even really eat steak that often anyways, but now the thought of it, the look of it, I still can't eat steak. No thank you. Does your family have any myths when it gets to pregnancy or giving birth? No, because we're Christian, and I feel like if you guys don't know, my grandma's a minister, so she like definitely doesn't believe any of those myths. Like, you know, people, they get like the egg and they rub it and they're like, oh, it's protecting the bad energy. No. She's like, no, the only thing that can protect you is Jesus Christ. I'm like, period. So like, we just don't believe in any like myths and stuff like that. And even like the old wives tales before I found out it was a girl, I just never believed in any of it. I was like, I don't know. Like the biggest one that people kept telling me is, oh, you're carrying really low, it's a boy, it has to be a boy. It's not a boy, it's a little girl. It's a little girl. She opened her legs nice and wide for the ultrasound. We also got blood results, like. And now at this point in my pregnancy, I am on my 10th ultrasound. If it was a boy, we would have seen his little pee-pee already. 10 ultrasounds in, it's a girl. Is sleeping while pregnant harder for you since you can't lay on your sides? I think she meant can't lay on your back, because you're actually encouraged to sleep on your sides. It has been really hard. It was really hard at first. I was like kind of in denial that I had a stomach. I was like, nah, I'm gonna sleep on my stomach still. And then Carlos kept saying, I'm gonna like put a dent in the baby's head or something, like, because like I kept sleeping on my stomach. He's like, you're gonna smush her, oh my God. I'm like, I'm not gonna smush the freaking baby. So he bought me a pregnancy pillow, and it was so horrible, like especially the first week. Like my neck was in pain, my hips are in pain, my side, because I'm like a stomach sleeper all the way. I've never been a back sleeper, so that doesn't really bother me that I can't sleep on my back. It's the stomach. And now that I've been using it for a few months, I've gotten used to it. Like, do I love it still? No. Like, I'm counting down the days until I can sleep on my stomach. But It's not the worst thing. I still do have some hip pain. Like if I sleep on one side for too long, I wake up with hip pain, but it goes away like as soon as I wake up. Yeah, if you're a side sleeper and you get pregnant, like your sleep won't affect you. You'll be perfectly fine. You'll be fine. It's the back and stomach sleepers that we suffer. What are some of the things that you've experienced that no one talks about / not expecting? So I actually made a TikTok video on this. Some of the symptoms that I personally didn't really hear people talking about. Like you hear people talking about the basic ones, like, oh, you have back pain, you have nausea, you know, your heightened sense of smell. Like those are things I knew about. TMI. And my armpits got so dark. I'm like, I knew that your pepperonis, that's what they look like to me right now, get bigger. I knew that. I didn't know that they change colors and this, like, okay, look, I'm gonna be really vulnerable right now. I don't know, can you guys see? This is dark to me. This is dark, and I hate it because I feel like it looks like, oh, like she didn't shower or something, but like, no, I literally just put deodorant on, I just showered, and it's just dark. So I'm really hoping that that will change. I don't know. If you guys have been pregnant, did you guys experience that? And if you did it go back to normal, or did your pits just stay dark? That's the one that bothers me the most, because at least these things, nobody's seen it besides my husband. But my pits, the whole world can see. So I'm a little insecure about that. I don't know. And I have noticed that my armpit hairs have gotten lighter and thinner. So I'm actually really happy about that. I knew that the hair on your head could be affected when you get pregnant. You could like, it become really thick. I know after you give birth, people say you have hair loss, but nobody ever talked about any other body hair. So that happened. I'm trying to think, any other things that nobody warned me about? Oh, my skin allergy. So I'm allergic to body oil now. Nobody told me that you could become allergic to things when you get pregnant. I didn't know that. So I'm allergic to my own body oils, which is so aggravating. So now I just use body lotion or body butter, no more oils. I'll try it again once I give birth, see if my body changes. What's one trip you want to go on when you are a full family together? I already told Carlos this. I would love for our first trip to be to Puerto Rico, okay? Because if you don't know, I never even got on a plane until I was in high school. I never left the country until our honeymoon. Less than a year ago. 6 months ago, 7 months ago, whenever that was. Hello? And I didn't go to Puerto Rico for the first time until like 2 years ago. So I would just love for my baby to like travel the world, and so she has that experience when she's already young. Obviously she's not gonna remember, like we take her like now, like she's not gonna remember it, but we're always gonna remember that, like, oh, remember our first family vacation. And I feel like it's important, like that's where we're from Puerto Rico, so I would love for that to be our first family trip. So I'm really hoping we could do that before she's a year old. Like I said, she won't remember, but we'll remember. That's honestly what matters the most. Like we have those memories, we're gonna have the pictures, we're gonna have the videos to look back on. How has being pregnant affected your work life? It has affected it a lot, not gonna lie. So when I was in my first trimester, I was struggling. I was fighting for my life to go into work because at the time it was the holiday season, and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm going live every day, because that's the thing. I like promised I would be live every day because I have 12 days of listmas. So I tell people, hey, I'm gonna be live every day, make sure you come back, see your orders packed, there's gonna be deals, there's gonna be new things. I've been doing, that was like my 3rd or 4th year doing listmas in a row. And I was like, I can't like not go, like I need to do this, like I already committed. People want their products for Christmas. This is the biggest time of the year if you're a business owner. Typically, unless you're a business owner that focuses on summer things, majority of businesses, they get most of their money during the holiday season. So I was like, I need to grind, I need to like thug it out. It was so hard, I was feeling so sick. But thank God my mom was there, so like when I'm like starting to gag, like she would come on the camera and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna throw up everywhere, like I can't do this, because people didn't know yet. So that was really tough. And then the other thing that I had to get used to was slowing down, because if you don't know, I'm just like a really fast-paced worker. I'm fast-paced, like I'm packing orders, I want to go. And how tired I was, it slowed me down. And then, even though I'm feeling good and energized, I have this big old bump and I'm like, okay, this is slowing me down. I'm like waddling and the constant bending over to get keychains, like it's really hurting my back. So it's been a little bit hard, not the worst thing ever, but my husband has been helping me with all the like the heavy lifting. Like I don't do any lifting. He's been the one going to the post office because girl, I'm not lifting all that and I'm not even allowed to. So yeah, it has affected me, but I'm still doing it. I'm still packing orders. I'm still, you know, going to my meeting. The camera coming out mid-sentence. What I was trying to say was I'm doing what I need to do. Like, okay, is the camera telling me to shut up? What's your favorite part of being pregnant? Also, you're so beautiful. Thank you. My favorite part is feeling her. Feeling her move. Like, literally, I could be in the worst mood ever, and I feel her kick, and I'm like, that's her nickname. I'm like, oh my goodness, like that's my like #1 favorite part. I'm like, it feels like there's an alien inside of me, but I like just love it. I love it. And my second favorite thing would definitely be the pregnancy privilege. I love not doing anything. I know there's some women that are like, I'm pregnant, not handicapped, I could do it for myself. I'm the opposite. I was like, you know what, you want to do it, go ahead. Thank you, I'm already lazy. Now this gives me an excuse. Let me know in the comment section, which type of pregnant lady were you? You're like, no, I'm independent, I can do it myself. Or you're like, I don't want to do anything, everybody do everything for me. Let me know, because I feel like it's kind of half and half from what I see on the internet. Have you been on your nesting stage, aka feeling the need to clean or organize? I don't think it hit me yet. Like I've only been like organizing little by little. Why are you looking at me?
Because it hit me.
It hit Carlos. You know how they say, oh, when you're pregnant, your partner gets pregnant too? Like, no, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. He has been like trying to organize his house. He's been doing a lot of it because again, it just involves a lot of heavy lifting, like the bins. He's been like trying to build things, and he's mounting TVs and things like that. I'm like, what the hell does a TV got to do with a baby? Like, what are we doing, right? He's been into it. I'm only doing it because I know I have to. I'm like, oh my God, I'm only getting it bigger. I'm gonna be more tired. Let me start doing things now. But I feel like it'll hit me. And I hear from what I see on TikTok and what I hear from people in real life, it's not even like, oh, I need to wash the baby clothes. Like they're doing things like, I need to scrub the toilet with the toothbrush right now. Like the things that the baby is not going to see or deal with or know. And all of a sudden you want to clean and fix it up. So I feel like that when I start doing stuff like that, that's when I'll know that I'm nesting. Does every single pregnant woman nest? Is that like really a thing? I thought like it's just a saying for you preparing for the baby. I don't know. I'll let y'all know when it hits me though. Are you gonna show us the baby? So there was actually multiple people who asked that. And every day I flip-flop. I know I've been sharing my whole pregnancy, like literally, I'm like an open book. Honestly, when it comes to the pregnancy, I've shared literally, I think the only thing I haven't shared yet is the due date. I have, and the name of the baby. Besides that, I have shared everything else. I'm telling you guys when I'm at the hospital, I'm telling you what the problems are. I'm telling you, my vagina got darker. Like I'm an open book. But the reason I'm open book with that is because it has to do with me. Obviously it has to do with baby. She's a part of me right now. Every day I go back and forth. Like some days I'm like, you know, you guys know I just get really excited about things and I love sharing the good things in my life, and obviously she's a good thing. So some days I'm like, oh yeah, like I don't mind showing her. And then other days I'm like, people are weird. Like they have this weird parasocial relationship and they think they know your kid, they know your baby. Like, no, you don't. So every day flip-flop, but regardless of, I probably will show her. I probably will. Like I probably won't be able to contain myself and just be like so excited and proud. But even if I do, my content is never ever ever ever, she's not going to be the star of the show, in the sense of like, it's not going to turn into, okay, now the whole page is about my kid, here's her throwing a tantrum, here's her potty training here. Like, no. Is she going to be included in my content? Even if I don't show her, she's still going to be included. I'm a lifestyle vlogger, so let's say even if I don't show her face, I'm like, hey, here's what I'm cooking for my baby, here's what I'm doing for this, let's go to the zoo, let's do this. I don't know, you see how I'm just like conflicted about it? I feel like I'll just know when the time comes if I feel ready or not. And the thing is, I can always change my mind. I could post a picture of her and then be like, yeah, maybe that'll be the last picture I ever post of her. Like I changed my mind. I feel like it's okay to change your mind. I see a lot of hate on TikTok of that, of people who show their kids and then they change their mind. People are like, you're taking away our babies. And I'm like, that is exactly why they're not posting them anymore. For people like you, you're the problem. Or people don't show their kids and then they decide, you know what, I'll slowly put my kid in the video, whatever, because the kids are at the age they just want to be in front of the camera. And people get so mad, you're not protecting your kids. The people who get so mad, why don't you mind your own business and take care of your own kids? That's how I feel. I don't judge people who show their kids, and I don't judge people who don't show it. I feel like everybody should do what's right for them, and I'll decide what's right for me. Carlos, he's all for showing her. He doesn't really care. Again, he's on the same boat though. Like, his content's not gonna be all about her. His main content is gaming. He's still gonna do gaming. But he doesn't really care if we show her or not. So the decision is mainly up to me. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Or what if I show her as a baby and then I'm like, yeah, never mind. Like, I don't know. Did you take anything to help get pregnant and were your periods regular? So I'm just gonna link my other YouTube video, how I got pregnant with PCOS. I have like a full in-depth explanation from years prior to me getting pregnant, my diagnosis, my periods, things like that, up until me getting pregnant. Just make my life easier. Go check out that video. Somebody said, will I be breastfeeding or bottle feeding? I plan on breastfeeding, hopefully. You know, I say hopefully because like, what if like baby doesn't latch on, or what if I don't produce enough milk? I would love to breastfeed exclusively for a little bit, but then I know I'm gonna have to like bottle feed, but I'll pump if I can. You know, I'll pump because, you know, I'm gonna go to work and leave her with Carlos or leave her with my mom, so I'm gonna have to pump. But I really want to avoid formula just because breast is best. I'm not judging any moms who formula feed. It's just a scientific fact that breastfeeding is better for your baby. So if I have the option to do that, I want to do that. And who wants to spend money on formula? We're gonna save a lot of money if I just give her breast milk. So that's my plan. Like I said, the only way I wouldn't is if I physically am not producing enough milk. That's the only way. Or I hear that breastfeeding is really hard, and some moms quit because they're like, it's too much pain, I can't do it. So if I'm really at that point, then I would consider formula. But I really, really, really want to try breastfeeding and pumping as hard as I can, and I really don't want to give up. I don't want to give up because I know it's so good for her. Like, there's so many health benefits to it. Have you had any weird dreams since being pregnant? I would say in the beginning I had really vivid dreams. I can't tell you what they are now. Like, let me not even say dreams, vivid nightmares. I don't know, ever since I hit my second trimester, I don't really have dreams. I don't know, I just like kind of black out. I just like go to sleep, I wake up, I'm like, oh, my back, my hip, my neck. Like, I don't know, but I heard that's a thing. It is a real thing though. My first trimester, it was when the vivid nightmares were the worst. How have you been feeling emotionally and mentally during pregnancy? Mentally, the only thing that was a little bit hard for me, usually online hate, I could care less. I sleep good at night. People could say the worst things to me and I'm like, kiss it, right? But when I was showing my drafts of me like 9-10 weeks pregnant, and I was already showing, I had a bump, and people are like, oh my god, she's so big, that's not her stomach, that's just bloat. It was babies, my stomach, it's just genetic. Like, my mom was bajumbo for all her pregnancies, and we all came out perfectly normal, healthy sized babies. It's just genetics, okay? And it really bothered me at first. I'm like, what the heck? Like, why are people like, am I really that big? And I would cry, and now I got over it, whatever. Besides that, and let me know, mentally I've been like fine. I am a little bit more sensitive still, like if Carlos says something, but that's really it. For me, it's more the physical that's really, really hard on me. I'm like, oh my god, like the weight and slowing down my life, that has been a lot more difficult than the mental. But I know that there's some moms, they go through a lot of mental struggles. They're like, oh, I feel really alone. I don't know, I haven't really felt like alone. I haven't really experienced that. So I feel like I should be really thankful for that. And here is the final question that everybody has been asking. When are you due? I know I've said August, The reason I just never shared the date in specific is because I just wanted to protect my peace. Like, I was like, oh no, I don't want these people harassing me. Like, if I say a specific date, they're gonna keep asking me, oh, is she here yet? Is she here yet? Like, hello, clearly she's not here yet. Use your brains. But then as I've been, you know, progressing, I realized people are gonna ask me every single day in August. No, forget August, July and August. Is she here yet? Is she here yet? Did you give birth yet? So I was like, you know what? Let me just tell the people the date, okay? Let's tell people the date. You'll know the date. You know she'll come around that time. Miss Fadi Fadi Boombalati is due August 20th, okay? There you have it. The secret's out. Now y'all know everything except for her freaking name. August 20th is my due date. When I first got pregnant, the doctors thought it was August 22nd, and then they changed my due date to August 20th. I'm fully convinced that she's gonna come late. I think she's gonna come late because she's a little stubborn, not a little, she's very stubborn. She has an attitude problem, which I know sounds kind of like psycho, like how can you tell? Me and Carlos know this baby. Like, she's very high maintenance. So I feel like she's gonna have like a late arrival. She's gonna be stubborn. She's gonna be late like me. Like, you guys know I'm late to everything. I was late to my own birth too. I was supposed to be, my mom was due April 1st and I was born April 5th. So I feel like same thing with her. But yeah, that means when I'm recording this, I'm currently 25 weeks pregnant. Now y'all know. Now y'all can stop harassing me. So please, I'm begging y'all, please don't ask me every day of August, oh my god, did you give birth yet? Come back August 20th. After August 20th, then y'all can ask me, okay? But yeah, let me know what other videos you would like to see. And I don't think I'm gonna need to do part 2. I feel like I've answered all your questions. If you have more questions, put them in the comment section, leave them on my TikTok. I'll make TikTok videos, and yeah, bye.